What if I told you there's a new target for migraine prevention that could help people who don't respond to CGRP blockers? Today, we're getting into PACAP, a molecule that's generating lots of buzz in migraine research, but the results might surprise you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're living with migraine or treating patients who have it, you know that while CGRP targeting treatments like Aimovig, Ajovy, Emgality, and Vyepti have been game changers, they don't work for everyone. About 30 to 40% of people don't get the relief they need. That's where PACAP comes in. PACAP stands for pituitary adenylate cyclase activating peptide. It's quite a mouthful, but think of it as another messaging molecule in your brain that might be triggering those migraine attacks. So what exactly is PACAP? It's a neuropeptide, just like CGRP. It's basically a small protein that acts like a chemical messenger in your nervous system. It was first discovered in the pituitary gland back in the 80s, but we've since found it all over the brain and the nervous system. Here's what makes PACAP interesting for migraine. It's found in high concentrations in areas of the brain that we know are involved in migraine attacks. It's also present in the trigeminal system. That's the network of nerves around your head and face that gets activated during a migraine attack. So PACAP works through specific receptors called PAC1, VPAC1, and VPAC2. Think of these like locks, and PACAP is the key that opens them. When PACAP binds to these receptors, it can trigger blood vessel dilation, inflammation, pain signals, all hallmarks of a migraine attack. Now, researchers have tried two different approaches to blocking PACAP, similar to CGRP. The first was targeting the PAC1 receptor directly. Amgen developed a drug called AMG 301. It blocked just this one receptor. Unfortunately, when they tested it in a phase 2 trial, it didn't work any better than placebo. That was disappointing, but it taught us something important. The second approach was to target PACAP itself using monoclonal antibodies. It's the same type of treatment used for CGRP blockers. Two companies developed these, Lundbeck and Eli Lilly. Lundbeck's drug showed some promise. In their phase 2 trial, they tested people with treatment-resistant migraine. These were people who had already failed 2 to 4 previous preventive treatments. The higher dose reduced monthly migraine headache days by about 2 days compared to placebo. So it's statistically significant, though it's very modest. Now, let's talk about the study that just came out from Eli Lilly. They tested their PACAP antibody in both chronic migraine, so chronic migraine, that's 15 plus migraine days a month, and episodic migraine, so that's less than 15 days a month. The results were mixed. For chronic migraine, the drug reduced monthly migraine headache days by about 1.5 to 2.3 days compared to placebo. For episodic migraine, the reduction was even smaller, only about half a day to 0.7 days. Now, here's the thing. These differences were not statistically significant compared to placebo. So in clinical trial speak, that means we can't be confident the drug actually works better than a sugar pill. So why are we seeing these mixed results with PACAP antibodies? There are a few possibilities. First, PACAP is more complex than CGRP. So while CGRP seems to be primarily involved in pain and blood vessel function, although we know it has other functions throughout the body, PACAP is like a Swiss Army knife. It's involved in hormone regulation, circadian rhythms, metabolism, inflammation, reproduction. So blocking such a versatile molecule might have unpredictable effects. Second, the studies used very high doses of these antibodies. So clearly the researchers were really trying hard to see any sign of effectiveness. Even with these high doses, the benefits were modest at best. Third, it's possible that PACAP antibodies might work better in specific subgroups of patients or in combination with other treatments, but we just don't have that data yet to know. So what does this mean for patients and doctors right now? Well, these PACAP antibodies just aren't ready for prime time. The data doesn't strongly support their effectiveness for migraine prevention. However, the research is not a dead end, so don't lose complete hope. There are still several avenues to explore: larger trials with more participants, studying specific patient subgroups who might respond better, and testing combination therapies and finding the optimal dosing. Researchers are also looking at whether PACAP antibodies might work better for cluster headache, where the parasympathetic nervous system is heavily involved and contains lots of PACAP. So is PACAP the next big thing in migraine therapy? Based on the current evidence, probably not, but science is about learning from both successes and setbacks. This research helps us better understand migraine biology and might point us toward the next breakthrough. What do you think? Are you hopeful about new migraine targets beyond CGRP? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more migraine science updates. Thank you.